What's up with it? You watching the Big Bomber TV? And yeah, we about to check out this video from the YouTube channel The Urban Air, and the title is Tiffany Henyard Baby Daddy in Custody and Snitches. Man, so that boy done told, they saying, man, I don't even know though, man, you know what I'm saying? They be twisting up all kind of stuff with these crazy videos, you know what I'm saying? If he snitched though, man, that's a fool with it. If he didn't though, man, if he a real one like that, man, he might be mad they been snitch on his name, you know what I'm saying? He might come at these folks talking about he snitching or something, you know what I'm saying? Mom, I don't want to wear that jacket ugly. Yeah, I've been following this situation a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And shit, maybe there's some new details or something, you know what I'm saying? Let's check out this video and see what they talking about. Yeah.
I am about to address some things as the supervisor. There will be no comments, there will be anything. It'll just be me addressing you guys to tell you what's going on in Thornton Township.
When can we address you?
It's in our CBA. That's our collective bargaining agreement. That's our union contract. So it come with the seat. That's what people not saying. I didn't make this up. I didn't just create this and say, I want security.
Y'all, the feds really said if Tiffany won't come to us, we'll just get everybody around her to snitch on her. And guess what? It's working. Because tell me why Tiffany Henyard's baby daddy is now allegedly in custody, and he's already singing like a bird. Y'all, this whole investigation has shown that birds of a feather really do flock together. And the birds in Tiffany's flock are nasty as hell. Almost everyone around her got a case with the feds for fraud and theft. It's crazy, y'all. Apparently, Tiffany's baby daddy didn't even need much convincing before he threw her under the bus. It really be your own people. Then again, somebody has to look after their kid in the future, because it looks like Tiffany might be going in time out this time, if you know what I mean. But how does Tiffany's baby daddy come into play in all this? And why is he even being targeted? Let's get right in.
That boy say FTB. He said, I'll take custody of my kids. I want full custody. She did it.
Into it. Okay, so if you're wondering why Tiffany Henyard was able to get away with this for so long, well, we just figured it out. It's because she surrounds herself with people who are just as shady as her, and basically created an army of fall guys around her. After Tiffany started getting investigated for all the shady things she was doing as mayor of Dalton, she pulled a disappearing act and left everybody wondering where she was at. Now, allegedly, she was trying to avoid the investigation and lay low till things calmed down before she strolled her way back into town like nothing ever happened. Remember how we said Tiffany had fall guys lined up to take the blame for everything she did? Well, she thought she was safe. The FBI couldn't get her, but boy was she wrong. Cause one by one, everybody Tiffany thought would take the fall for these crimes are turning against her. And it looks like she has nowhere else to hide. Even her man didn't need to be told twice before snitching on her.
Man, that's funny. So they probably was taking payments from, yeah, girl, yeah. If it go down, I'm going to take that charge. You know what I'm saying? They probably telling their family something. I ain't going to take that damn charge if the bitch get caught. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit.
Man took one good look at the cell he will be spending the next few years of his life in if he went down with Tiffany and got to singing like a bird. So for those of y'all who don't know, Tiffany's boyfriend is Kamal Woods, and he has a whole lot of shady business going on too. Kamal is listed in Tiffany's divorce papers as her boyfriend, but he plays a much bigger role in her professional life. Now, I know y'all didn't really think that Tiffany would put her boyfriend on, right? First, she made him the director of her cancer foundation, which she allegedly funds from taxpayer money. Yeah, the CARES Foundation, created by Tiffany Henyard to care for breast cancer patients, is apparently nothing but a PR move to make herself look good. The very first day the foundation became official, it received a generous donation of $10,000 from the people of Dalton. Except the people of Dalton did not authorize that donation. Tiffany just up and decided to use that money to fund her personal project. She even went as far as using from the township wallet to fund a trip outside of Dalton to promote her foundation. When I tell y'all, everything that was used during that parade was paid for by the blood, sweat, and tears of the public. From the trucks and bicycles to the DJ, photographer, drones, meals, and hotel rooms. Every single expense. Allegedly, even after the foundation took off, she still didn't stop using public money to fund it. All the staff from the foundation, including her boyfriend Kamal, are apparently getting their paychecks from taxpayer money. But baby, it gets worse. It just wasn't enough for Tiffany to make Kamal the director of her foundation and pay him money that don't even belong to her. She also got him a fancy side gig at Thornton Township, paying him over $100,000. Money that the majority of people in Dalton haven't seen in years. The gig was going well until feds slammed Tiffany Henyard with a subpoena, asking for every single record of all her businesses. And Kamal was named in that subpoena. According to reports, Tiffany was given 2 subpoenas. The first one was focused on her private businesses, including her restaurant and property management business. And they're both as shady as they come. Allegedly, Tiffany tries to cut corners everywhere she can without even caring how it affects her clients. Tiffany's shady business dealings got exposed back in 2019 when one of her tenants lost her home because the building was covered in mold and leaking everywhere.
In the corner where the roof, the ceiling is damaged, and then it leaks going into my kitchen, and the window sill leaks in my daughter's room.
Except they weren't. Enter activist David Lowry, who called Dalton directly. Suddenly, the house deemed livable on September 3rd became unfit for occupancy on October 15th. Lowry's theory?
The trustee used her power and influence.
So the FBI needed to know
Damn, so they just like put some band-aids on a raggedy ass house and say, oh, it's livable, but really don't. That motherfucker needed work from the get-go, man. That's shady. And she a fool with it though, putting niggas in position to get that much money and shit. Like, that's probably the best job he ever had in his life, for real.
Exactly what was going on with these businesses. They also asked for all of the records from her political fund and her charity foundation. Oh, but that's not all. See, the deeper this investigation goes, the more people are coming out to expose Tiffany. But she should have seen this coming a long time ago, because there's been trouble with her administration since day one. Barely 6 months into becoming the supervisor of Thornton Township, Tiffany was already facing backlash from her so-called dream team that she ran with. This included candidates for trustee and village clerk positions. Out of her pick, Kiana Belcher and Jason House were elected as trustees, while Allison Key emerged as village clerk. However, the dream team quickly turned into the nightmare team, as they got to calling Tiffany out for her shady antics. See, Tiffany thought they were just gonna be her puppets and allow her to run the township however she liked. But baby, they weren't having it, cause just 6 months into her tenure, they were calling her out for mismanaging the funds and running a shady, low transparency organization. By 2022, they were sick and tired of Tiffany because she didn't show any sign of accountability. So the trustees teamed up with the village board to sue her for having major conflicts of interest. However, Tiffany pushed back, accusing them of stirring the pot and trying to derail her efforts to make Dalton great.
But it saddens my heart that you are up here at this special meeting and not downstairs where we have big bingo paying the staff. I don't see the staff on here. I think that's a very important bill to pay. So do y'all want to amend that and add the staff bills? Because I don't see them in none of these bills lists. And then we don't never do agenda like this. So all this fluff you selling to the public is crap.
She started locking them out of their offices, but this didn't scare the trustees. They were determined to get rid of Tiffany one way or the other, so they decided to hold meetings without her. Now, y'all might be thinking the trustees were doing too much, because wasn't Tiffany at least doing her job? Well, according to some residents, there were so many things that needed to be fixed in Dalton, from the roads to the houses, even the police force. But Tiffany just continued spending money on things that were not important, like billboards, first-class trips, hotel rooms at very posh hotels like the Four Seasons, DJs, photographers, and a personal army of security guard. Y'all, the list just goes on and on.
I ain't gonna lie, for like the town to be going through it and like having hardships in the town, she sure don't look like she was stressed out or worried about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like when like stuff going wrong in the city, like mayors and stuff, like they be looking like pressed. You know what I'm saying? Looking stressed out. and she look like she don't have no stress at all, and like she take her time to get all pretty and all that. But like, yeah, it don't seem like she had no stress from what's like going on though.
Before Tiffany became the mayor, Dalton used to be all about community and things that brought people together for the good of the people. Oh, but now it's all about Tiffany. Any event that doesn't somehow promote her or make her look good always gets canceled. For example, there used to be a yearly event hosted by one of the locals for the community. This year, the event was supposed to be held as usual, but Tiffany refused to grant the permit for the public park they were supposed to use. Her reason, she didn't want the event to clash with her own event that she was holding just a couple miles away. She even went as far as placing huge cement blocks at the entrance of the park so that nobody could enter.
Years, Darren Bosley has organized an annual car show here in the parking lot of Needles Park in Dalton. But after paying $1,000 to the park district for this year's permit, Bosley got an unexpected call last Wednesday from Dalton Mayor Tiffany Henyard's top assistant,
saying that the show would be shut down, but if I move my event to her location on Greenwood, that I would be fine.
Did you take that as a threat?
Yes, I took that as bullying.
Sure enough, when Bosley showed up at the park Saturday morning, he found that giant concrete barricades had been placed at the entrance, and Dalton police were threatening to tow any cars that parked there.
We talking about two different governments.
Can y'all imagine that? Canceling a community event just to host your own is really crazy. But as wild as that sounds,
I ain't gonna lie, that power flex crazy. Like she been using that power like a motherfucker to lock people out of their offices and all that. So she ain't right for real.
that ain't even close to some of the other things that Tiffany's done. So it's really not that shocking that the trustees and her inner circle started turning on her. One trustee named Carmen Carlisle recently blew the whistle on Tiffany. She released a statement saying, "For the past 2 years, Henyard has manipulated employees, vendors, and residents, using her position to increase her influence, all while projecting a false image of success funded by the hardworking taxpayers of Thornton Township and the village of Dalton. Henyard shows no accountability or conscience for her actions against employees or taxpayers." However, Tiffany is not going down without a fight, saying she did what she thought was best for the people of Dalton, and if there's any person to blame, it should be her right-hand man, Keith Freeman. And by the way, Keith is also facing fraud charges in a separate FBI investigation.
Because definitely we will have questions.
Mayor Henyard is in a situation where she feels like she's under attack, because she is.
Bo Brinley is Henyard's criminal defense attorney, hired after the FBI served subpoenas on the village and township earlier this year. He blames Henyard's top aide, Keith Freeman.
Keith Freeman made the decision on how these funds are being used. Keith Freeman is going on these trips. You understand, this is a new mayor. This is someone that is new to this job.
But she never thought, hey, I shouldn't fly first class. I shouldn't stay at the Four Seasons.
If there was a problem with any of that, if that's not how you're supposed to do it, she relied on Freeman to tell her. He's telling her this is how we do things. The mayor didn't spend any of this money. Keith Freeman made decisions and reported to the mayor, this is what we're doing. The mayor trusted him until she didn't.
As crazy as all this sounds, there are still people in Dalton who riding for Tiffany. They believe she's made politics relatable and fun, and she's not as bad as people are saying she is. Every time Tiffany posts on social media, it blows up too. Like, she's a celebrity at this point. But that doesn't mean people ain't talking though. Like this person who said, if this woman doesn't end up in prison for all that she's done blatantly in the face of everyone calling her out the entire time, there's no justice left in Illinois. Another person said, the fact that this investigation is still ongoing is ridiculous and a slap in the face to the people. She should already be in prison. But now I want to know your thoughts. Are y'all on Team Tiffany? Or do y'all agree with the people saying she needs to go on a long-term adult timeout? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below.
Man, that's a fool with it. I ain't gonna lie, it seems like the worst thing she probably doing though is like flexing her power and stuff like that. So she do seem shady in that element, but like far as this financial situation though, I'm not sure. Maybe she was set up. Maybe she do lack knowledge and like being the mayor and shit, you know what I'm saying? Because it do seem like she wasn't really like qualified like that to be no damn mayor, you know what I'm saying? So she probably learning as she go. Could be somebody else in there doing some things, pulling some strings and stealing too, you know what I'm saying? So really overall though, I think like she definitely probably abused her power a little bit. But like far as the financial situation, that's a whole lot of money, you know what I'm saying? And I think, man, they would be able to track that money down and find it, you know what I'm saying? So I don't know, she like just like the main person that's getting that money, you know what I'm saying? Because they talk about hundreds of thousands and damn near to millions, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man, crazy situation though. Let me know what y'all think in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe to the Baby Mama TV. And I appreciate y'all for watching. Until next time, peace. Yeah.